All right, guys, this is going to be surface area and volume of cones. Here's our two formulas, or three, I should say, surface area and lateral area. Pi RL plus pi R squared, and then pi RL. Again, just kind of the similar situation as the pyramids. These two formulas are for right cones only. Okay, non-oblique. So like you could not use this formula with that one right there, okay, because this one is an oblique cone. Okay, so just be careful with that. And I wouldn't ask you to try to solve for that, so I'm not going to attempt to show you how to solve for that. So we're just going to stick to this one, which is for right cones only, which would be like for this guy right here, okay? And then the volume of the cone is 1/3 capital B times H, okay? And that one we can use for all types of cones. So where is L located at? I'm going to get my highlighter. I'll just get this red pen right here. From there to there, that is going to be L. Remember, that's going to be your slant height. Okay, so similar to the pyramid, this also has a slant height. If you look at this one over here, this slant height is different from that one, which is why we can't use that formula for those. Okay, so these two slant heights are different. So that's why we can't use a formula. And then H is going to be right here, which is the height of the cone. And in this case over here, that would be H over here. And then you guys know where R is. R is going to be your radius from there to there. Okay? And so now let's just practice using this formula. This one's pretty easy, not too difficult. So here we have a cone, and we got to find the surface area and the volume here. I don't know the radius, and I don't know the height. So those are two things that I have to solve for. So if I want to draw in the height here, I'm going to go from there to there. So there's my height. Now this height, you keep in mind, is right down the middle. That's like an axis here, okay? So I need to find that. Now if you notice, I now have a right triangle. So I'm going to have to use my right triangle properties to solve for that. And all I know is that that's 48 degrees, which makes this angle right here 24 degrees. Oh, that came out bad. Okay, so from right there, that's 24 degrees. Okay, so now I'm going to use that to find the radius and the height. Then I'll be able to use my numbers to plug into my formula. So I have this hypotenuse, and I'm going to search for the opposite side. So I'm going to use sine of 24 degrees equals opposite, which is r, over hypotenuse. So I'm going to use that to solve for r. And then adjacent is the h. So I'm going to have to use cosine. Cosine of 24 degrees equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So I'm going to use those two and my calculator to solve for the radius and the height. So 13 times sine of 24. So R is roughly 5.288. 5.288. Okay, and this is feet. All right, H is going to be 13 times cosine of 24. So the height is going to be roughly 11.876. Okay. All right, now that I got some numbers to work with, now I'm going to plug it into my formula. What was the surface area formula? Pi RL plus pi R squared. So I'm going to write that down. Pi RL plus pi R squared. So we have pi, R is going to be 5.288 times L, which is 11.876, plus pi 5.288 squared. Okay, so that's everything plugged in. So 11.876 times 5.288 is about 62.8007 pi, so 0.1 pi, plus, I'm going to go get the long exact answer again for the radius. So I'm going to do 13 times sine of 24 again, just because I like to have the long value. And now I'm going to square that. So this is roughly 27.958 pi from my calculator. So now I'm just going to add these two together. So 27.958 plus 62.801, which is about 90.759 pi. I'm just going to leave it in terms of pi. And so the surface area is going to be 90.759 pi square feet. Okay, so there's our surface area, pi r L plus pi r squared. So now let's go and find the volume. Volume is 1/3 capital B times H, which capital B stands for area of the base, and the base is always going to be a circle for a cone, so it's going to be 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So I'm going to go 1/3 pi r is about 5.288 squared times h, which is 11.876. Okay, so let me start plugging that into my calculator. Squared times 11 point, oh no, I messed up on my calculator. Let me try this again. 5.288 squared times 11.876 equals about 332 divided by 3, which is the same thing as times 1/3. So this is about 110.696 pi, and this is in units cubed. So this is going to be 110.696 pi cubic feet. And there we go. So see, the cone is a pretty easy one because the base is always going to be a circle. And that's it for these notes.